I'm Real Genetic Demon, and this is What's on the Tape, Volume 10. So this is the 10th time I've done this. Basically, we get a tape, and we find out what's on it. So in this case, this is sort of these random copies that people made of things as they went along. So this one has got, from looking at it, looks like we've got Alchemist, Trashman, and we've got Zoom, all of which are very good games, to be fair. And on the other side, I mean, it's this one's. I've saved this one just because it's the new year, or coming up to the new year anyway. This is Sabre, Wulf, Manic Miner, Hobbit, Attic Attack, Penetrator and Factory. I have no idea what the last two are, and I played the Hobbit. It was a long time ago when I last played the Hobbit, but yeah, so this is our tape for today. I have, in case, I've got a backup. This is just in case that one doesn't, any of those don't load. We've got Survivor from US Gold. I can't remember Survivor at all. And we've got on here Grand Slams Packland. I remember that being okay. And then I've got Pokes. I'm going to assume this is a Your Sinclair tape. It's got that kind of style for Your Sinclair. Anyway, without further ado, I will rewind that because that's on the wrong side. That so it says white side 1, doesn't it? Or should we start on the other side? No, I think as he's got side 1 on there, we'll start on this side. So I'll rewind that now, but I'll put it in the tape drive, and we'll get on with the get on with the show, as they say. Anyway. Okay, side 1 is rewound. We are ready to go. We are on the side. I think this was the Alchemist side, wasn't it? So let's go with the 48k basic. It's always a good stopgap for this kind of thing. So we'll go through load it, my favourite. Everybody loves that one. Anyway, this will be the last What's on the Tape for 2018. 10 volumes down. Actually, I'm quite impressed by that. It's 10 weeks worth of work, actually. Yeah, it's a WHSmith C60 tape, this one we've got. Oh, hang on. We've got action. We have noises. Alchemist. Yeah, so this is the Alchemist. This is an Imagine... No, that's not a good start. Let's try it again. I can't say I'm too worried if this one doesn't load, because I actually have this one on my channel already. I don't know why I've just done that. I didn't need to do that. Got very excited then. Reset the entire spectrum. Let's give this another try. I've got this on my channel already anyway. Alchemist. It's a trek to get. I think it's 7 scrolls that you have to collect. You got to collect these 7 scrolls and beat this evil wizard warlocky thing. And as the Alchemist, you are like the. That's better. There's the music. Yeah, you're the boss guy, whatever else it is you want to say. You kind of you've got to beat him and make your way to the end. Pretty simple. A lot of people like this. I remember. Only thing I really remember about it is that you can turn into a bird when you're playing it. Playing bird when you're playing it. God, my brain's not working this morning. Anyway. Yeah, you turn into a sort of eagle, a hawk. You can see it in the loading screen here. Do love the loading screen when you've got the lines going across. And you hear the data going across. That lovely spectrum sound of loading data. 1980 something of this one. It's quite an early game actually. It's funny because you're like the Alchemist and you can find spells, but you kind of... I think of alchemists as people who mix things, people who try to change lead into gold and that kind of stuff. And not quite magic casting, bird changing, whatever else it is. I'm probably completely wrong here, but that's what I think of when I think about sort of the alchemists of sorts. Alchemist. So we might have a good tape here actually. I think we've got quite a few games on here, so we might not need the reserve, but we'll hold it there just in case. As I say, I'm not too worried if this one doesn't load. It would be nice if it did. It would be good. That'd be a good start if it did, actually. Okay. So did everybody have a nice Christmas? Do we get something good? Do we all get good things? I to be fair, I bought it myself, but my wife wrapped it up way before Christmas, so it was really disappointing that I couldn't get it. I got a Neo Geo Mini. To be fair, I haven't been disappointed by it. You kind of get what you think you're going to get with a Neo Geo Mini. It reminds me of more... The funny thing about it is, it reminds me... Because it's also a sort of almost a handheld, because it's got its own little built-in sort of 2.5, 3-inch screen, and you can play it all sort of handheld and the little joystick and the buttons. It kind of reminds me of those days when I used to, as a kid, used to get those grandstand games, Astro Wars and BMX Flyers and Caveman. Used to get those for Christmas. Used to get one of them, and they were really great. And they weren't cheap. I'm quite convinced that they were £20 to £25, which is why they were a big Christmas gift. You know, when you would be able to play on these things. And I know that SNK's Neo Geo Mini isn't cheap. I mean, you can get them they're down now, I think, to sub £100. I bought mine and also got the extra joypads because I'm just just one of those things. I'm sort of, you know, I like gaming and I wanted the extra pads so I could play with my daughter as well. So we were gonna play the 2-player games together. But anyway, the thing about it was, though, it reminded me of that. You know, I got it out and I plugged it in on the side, and yeah, okay, you have to put a USB thing into it, which I suppose is it's a bit disappointing you can't just put batteries in it. But to be fair, I don't think I'd be walking it around anyway. A lot of people will think of it as a collector's item, even if it's not exactly as some people remembered. But I was never rich enough as a kid or even as a young adult to actually afford Neo Geo. They were just way out of my price range. You know, the Neo Geo AES is like my fantasy system. I've never actually owned one, but I would like to own one. It was kind of those, and at this point, though, it's still out of reach for me. I could buy one, but it would be very expensive. I know you can make your own MVS systems, which is basically the arcade board itself. But anyway, I digress. But the Mini itself, though, you know, I plugged it in and I sat there and I turned it on and I played Metal Slug on a teeny little screen with the little buttons. And do you know what? It ran me right back to my childhood. It was great. I really enjoyed that. So in the new year, I'd plan a little series on that and go through that. It's 40 games, so you know, we'll do a little unboxing thing just so you can see the ins and all the bits that go with it. Sort of whip the machine up and fire it up, and we'll go through the games, and we'll do it's the international version I've got, which is different to the Japanese version. They've got slightly different sort of games on their system, but I think there's 10 games that are different, but they've got an awful lot more fighting games. I'll show you some of the quirks and some of the other things that go with it. But to be fair, I'm not going to knock it because I never had one in the first place, so I have nothing to compare. Oh, damn it. Nothing to compare. Do you know what? How far did we get there before that thing stopped working? 5 minutes worth of... Blah. Right, okay. Well, I'm going to press the new button here and we're going to go for the next one because we played Alchemist. It's on my channel. Have a look. I'll put it if I remember, I'll put a link in the bottom description below and we'll do that. So let's see what we got next. So this is Trash Man, hopefully. That was a bad start. I thought that was going to happen. I mean, to be fair, we should have known when it didn't do it the first time round. Now, I really like Trash Man. It's extremely difficult, and I've been really smart, by the way, this time round as well. I've plugged my Kempston joystick interface in, so we can use it on the Kempston joystick. Yay! I'm really bad about doing that. Normally don't plug the Kempston in, so I quite often forget that it needs to be there. So I've plugged it in this time. But anyway, Trash Man, one of my favourite games. I never realised that you meant to go back to the door until somebody mentioned in mine. I actually revisit this twice on my channel, would you believe, already. And I didn't realise that you had to go back to the door. So you basically collect trash. You go around the place, you get the bins, you put it in the back of the bin truck, you empty them out, put them back down again, and then you have to go to the door of the person because they say something like, do you want to come and play with my Spectrum, or you know, do you want a tip? And you go to the door and he gives you more time. I did not know that. You know, I played this for years, and I only probably finished level 1 once or twice in my entire life, simply because I didn't realise that there was a subtle game mechanic there called the person at the door, and it stood to reason really that you would get some more time or whatever else it is. But I think it's a cracking game, and you know, I'm looking at this load screen right now, and you can see the houses and the bins there on the left hand side, but then you can see this other house on the right hand side here with all the cars wrapped around it and the sort of thing standing over there. You can tell that is a typical old English pub. There's no other way to describe it. You know for a fact that's a pub. It's definitely a pub, and that's exactly what it is. Do you know something? I could hear noise in the background of my house there, and I was just stopped for a minute there. There's a little pause in my video. I can hear a background noise. I genuinely think somebody's vacuum cleaning. while I'm recording. No, it's all quiet now. It just stopped. Right, that's really weird. I don't understand why they'd be vacuum cleaning. Okay. Phantom cleaners in my house. Anyway, but yeah, but the over there on the right hand side, that's genuinely, you can see it's an old English pub, because first off they've parked all the cars and then got the boozer. So it's you know, afterwards they then have to drive home. Totally irresponsible. Don't do it. Don't do it. No irresponsible behaviour. Trash man though. This is actually quite a large tape, as I say. It's a C60, so we've got another game after this. We've got Zoom after this. Zoom being a shoot 'em up, which was I think was kind of overlooked. It worked well. It played well. It was a great game. I quite enjoyed it. But then you've got a lot of space after that. So I'm wondering whether or not we're going to find that there's an awful lot of extra bits and pieces. I'm hoping so, to be honest with you. I really am. Oh, I love the sound of loading. That's got a real... Listen to that bit there. We got a lovely sort of noise as it goes through. Spectrum loader is quite unique amongst loaders. I know that other games and other computers had loaders, but the Spectrums this is actually built into the whole thing. This was here intentionally. It was a way to show you that the tape was still running and that things were still happening. And it was very intentional in its design. It was because I think it was the Z81, and you can correct me. There's the whoa. What's going on now? That's weird. Can you hear that? What's that going on there? That's like the game's stopped working. Or has it? What is going on? Oh. It's all got a bit weird here. Do I dare stop the tape? I'm going to stop the tape. Oh! Trashman's like loading without... Oh, it's loaded! I hadn't realised. When I pressed the spacebar there, it started loading again. We need to rewind this tape a little bit. We'll do that after we've played this game. That was weird. So Trashman was kind of like still showing a loading screen when it was already loaded. Or was it? Welcome to Trashman. I've pushed a key. What's happened? Oh, this isn't very good. No, this isn't very good at all. Oh, what a disappointment. I was so looking forward to that. I was just chatting away about it, and, you know. Let's rewind this tape a bit. That was really weird, though. Trashman was, like, loading itself without loading, and I don't know how far on I've gone here. This is going to be fun. Oh, this isn't very good. There's a starting noise. We might actually get onto the Survivor tape. I didn't really think we were going to do that. The cover tape. That's screen loading. There, I think we're there. I'm going to reset it now, and we'll see what we get next. I'm so disappointed by that. I was really looking forward to showing you that. So, Trashman was one of those games that I really enjoyed, and it hasn't loaded. Boo. Oh, okay. Well, carry on. This has not been a very good New Year tape thus far. This has not been a good one. Trying very hard. Let's see what else we got. So, I'll reset, because I had to reset there, because it wasn't doing anything. Let's get in the old dit. There we go, right on the loady bit. That's right. Oh, I've rewound right back to the beginning of Trash Man. Oh, okay. Didn't mean to do that. Well, we'll stop. I'm going to listen very hard, and we'll see if we can stop it at the right place. That was a bit of a disaster, really. We'll give it another try. It's probably had some kind of ye olde software protection on that. Remember the lens lock? Oh, it's a horrible thing the lens lock was. I was so pleased that when Firebird re-released, or British Telecom as actually was, re-released Elite, they didn't do it with the lens lock still on it. Thank God for that. Horrible thing. It required a CRT TV, and the natural sort of bend in the telly was helped you put this lens thing on that brought a stretched image to a finer, straighter point in the middle of it, and then it would give you letters. I think it was it letters or was it a full word? I think it was letters because it was quite small, and it kind of stretched that up, and then you had to sort of type those letters in to say what it was, and it was just a bit naff, if I'm honest. A bit naff. I can't believe we're reloading Trash Man again. Worth it if it does load. Definitely worth it if it does load. And the animation's good as well. It's one of my faves for the animation. It's little and simplistic. I mean, he's just got a little character there that sort of walks up and chucks the rubbish in the back of the bin truck. But Trash Man. There's another one, isn't it? Trash Man Goes on Holiday or something like that. But I can't imagine. I don't even know what that's about. I've never even played it. I have got it. I've got the tape somewhere, but I've not tried to load it yet. I have to admit, I've got a few thousand tape. I've got 1,000 so tapes now, and I don't think I've played them all. Haven't played them all. So much to play. So many games. That's why I don't collect anything other than Spectrum and Amstrad and Sega Master System, because I just don't have time for it otherwise. Got a few PC Engine games. To be fair, though, the thing about retro gaming is it's lovely. It's a lovely thing, and there's a lot of nice mini stuff that's coming out at the moment to give you that nostalgia. But the best thing, or the most important things, like the C64 Mini, which allows you to load things, sideload things, is to be able to keep playing it. You know, keep these games in the public eye. You know, keep showing them to your kids and all the other things. You know, and anybody else who's interested, just keep doing it, because otherwise these computers will disappear into obscurity. People will forget. They will forget that for instance, that the Spectrum was one of the best-selling computers in the UK at one point. Millions were sold, not just one or two. Millions. Almost everybody had a Spectrum. And then Amstrads, and then there was Commodore 64s, and then of course the BBC, and all these kind of things, and they all need to kind of keep going. I mean, the ones that I missed along the way when it came to 8-bit. Oh yeah, we're loaded this time. Excellent. Right, I can use the Kempston joystick as well. Oh, do I use the cursor keys? No, Kempston joystick will be easier. But you know, the ones that I missed though were the Dragon and the Auric and things like that. I would have quite liked to have tried those. Oh, here we go. Can I put my name in? Enter name. Do I have to do it with the joystick? Oh, I have to do it with the joystick. Blech. Right, okay. Got me all my pink cruiser joystick. Yeah, I missed the Auric and I missed the Dragon. There's quite a few I missed actually, to be fair. And I would really quite like to have sort of stuck with these machines, you know, or tried a few of these other ones as well. I've already got a large enough collection. I like hardware, I think, to be honest with you. Trash Man required. You must be alert, nimble on foot, and able to hold your drink. More applicants? No. I've got oil to hold your drink. Right. 5 bins on this road. So there's our little Trash Man. He goes in here. He collects the bin. He comes back down. And you see there's a bonus, which is also your timer at the top of this corner of the screen. So first we've got to do empty, and then this gets a lot lighter because it's very heavy when it's full with stuff. And this is where I used to go wrong. I hadn't realised that you get towards the gate, and then somebody comes out Oh no, they don't. They haven't come out this time around. They sometimes come out the doors and ask you whether or not you want to do anything. See, there's like a front door there. It's like, come in and play on my ZX Spectrum with 4 megabytes of RAM. That's what they actually say. Things like that. It's really funny. So we've got to watch traffic as well. Let's get up the road. Quick, run. And that horrible thing moves on as well. Go. Across the road. Straight back down. Come on. Ask me if I want to come in for some coffee or tea or whatever else it is. There we go. And I'm going, and they should ask me. There you go. Could you look at my TV? Yeah, so you go in and you look at the TV, and you get a bonus points for that. Time goes up. And there we go, more bonus, you see? Another 50. I meant you to watch it, not mend it, and I've lost bonuses there because I've walked on the grass. You see, you've got to be a good trash man. It's all about being a good bin man, you see. Not being a naughty one. So I've got time left. We need to get this in there. Like that. Here we go. Always give it a double, what's it? There we go. Would like a tip? I certainly would for 45. And then we get that tip. And then we go. Keep off the grass. There we go. So we've got a little bit more time. And we'll go up the road. Whiz up the road. Let's get this one. 5 bins. We've still got time. Go. Please don't be traffic. No traffic. Ah! Oh! Did you see that? How close was I with that car? Right, okay. I'm going for it. 31 and left on the timer. Oh no, dog! Oh, he's bit me. You're too slow. Got complaints. Oh no, I've got twice more and I'm fired. Scat before I bite your leg off. Alright, 5 bins. Let's do a bit better this time round. It's always awkward putting the bin down because it'll kind of pick it up again if you're not careful. Which is really annoying. I love the graphics though, and I love the colours. I love the use of the full spectrum palette here. It's really good. Come on. Aha! Do you think I'm a megalomaniac? Yes, I do. Let me in. And then you get like a little response. ZX81 and I'll control the world. Yeah. You are a megalomaniac. Okay. On we go. Do like this game. Oh. Just looks good. Doesn't have a lot of sounds effects. It's just the sort of the dumping noise of him sort of hoying his rubbish in there. And then us moving around the area. But I have to admit, playing it on the joystick is a lot easier than playing it on the cursor keys because they're horrendous. Take this away, my kid's obsessed with it. What have we got? Better not be a Spectrum. I've picked up a Spectrum. You got a free Spectrum there because the kid's obsessed with it. That's not very nice on the poor kid. He's gone around to somebody's house and nicked that. Can you imagine that? It's giving away free Spectrums, that mum. Alright, okay, in we go. Got plenty of time this time round. Put the bin down. There we go. Do I think you're a megalomaniac? Give me a ZX81 and I can take over the world. That's what it says in a second. Here we go. There you go. And straight up the pavement. Let's get this one over here. I think is the best one to go for. There we go. Go on, move up. Dustbin lorry. You haven't. Alright, okay. Straight on. We've got plenty of time this time round. How good is that? How many roads were there? Feels like there would be quite a few. Do you want a copy of 3D Monster Maze? Yes, of course I do. He's going to give me a pirated tape. Probably on a C60. Ah. What on earth did you expect? An original? Yeah, it's definitely a pirated copy. Right, quick! Oh, God! That could have been nasty. Right, so this is our 5th bin. We might actually do it within time. Assuming I don't do something stupid and get run over. There we go. Here we go. And we get some more extra time here. Hopefully the dog won't bite me. Come and see my computer my auntie gave me. Yeah, okay. Quick. There we go. Come see it. And I think we just have to run off the road. It's a ZX Spectrum, isn't it? Tell me it's a ZX Spectrum. We need to know. Oh, good. I thought I might need a license for it. Oh, like a TV license. Cool. I think that's it. Good job, Days. Good day's work. Let's see how you fare on the next day. 6 bins. Oh, no. Oh, I stepped out to the... Oh, don't like this. Don't like this street. I can tell it's going to be a problem. Oh, Trashman's a great game. Alright, okay, here we go. I'm going to make it away. Oh, didn't even come out of the house that time. It's a bit of a shame. I was expecting somebody to come out there and offer us a, I don't know, a slice of cake or something. Maybe give me another free Spectrum. Make a fortune as a trash man. Bicyclist. Yeah, so you get bicyclists and you get more dogs and things like that. As game goes on. Yeah, I'm going for it. Thank you. Empty bin. There we go. I'm glad this reloaded after all that. Take this thing away. Kids obsessed with it. Another Spectrum! I'm just keeping them all. I've got all the Spectrums. I've got all the Spectrums. There we go. Nice house. Grab this one. Going for it. Empty the bin. Run, run, run. Now see if we get another offer of something. You just make it away and do you want a tip? Yeah, I think it was keep off the grass, wasn't it? That's the tip. Keep off the grass. I'm in tax. That's got the tax man worried. I'm tax inspector. Ooh, it's got the trash man worried. There we go. Let's cross the road and get that bin. I could do with that trash truck coming up a bit faster, actually. There we go. Well done. You're not awkward though because you're just a bit further down. So I'm going faster than you're going. That's what it is. I'm a good trash man, you see. These are the days when a bin man used to put it over his shoulder and didn't have an automated thing. It's proper heavy work, that. Have you seen that delinquent son of mine? Oh, no, just crossed the grass. Oh, no. The dog's after me as well. Oh, no, I've run out of time. Ah! Nearly ran over the dog came after me because I stood on the grass. Oh, that was just terrible. And now I'm running out of time. I've got no chance of doing this one. No chance. I caught the grass accidentally. My excitement to get into the house. And now I have to go all the way down. Oh, no, he's moving. You're making me go all the way down. And I've got to get this here. Look, I'm going to run out of time, look. This is really harsh when it came to time. Bin complaints and got fired. Right, okay. Well, we're going to go on anyway. So we've been fired. But that's Trash Man. Really good game, that one. Really enjoyed that one. I'm glad that accidentally rewound there. But it was worth doing. So we'll carry on. Right, okay. So this was Zoom, I think, was next. I think that's what it said on the tape. Let's have a look. See if Zoom loads. I'm interested to see what's after this, though. I'm hoping for echoes of the past again. You know, we did that before. We actually sort of loaded it, and we found, we heard tapes where we got people from the past and other. Hang on, how many copies of Trash Man are on here? I didn't rewind that there. I promise you. No, that's no good. Let's do load again. So that's 2 sets of Trash Men on here, I think. No wonder I was confused. No. Ah! Byte 0. Right, okay, we'll go back a bit. Ah! There we go, zoom! It is zoom on there, definitely. So there's 2 copies of Trashman on there, because obviously it didn't load the first time round, or he had a bad copy of it. No wonder I was fully confused there. I must have rewound at the beginning of the good zoom, but there was at least 3 copies of it on there. I was so confused. So the first one he copied didn't work, second one he did must have worked, the third copy was just there in case. I mean, I know it's a good game, but 3 copies on the same tape straight after each other? Wow. That's just unbelievable, that is. Okay, so zoom. Zoom, you fly a sort of... Is it a flyer? It's not really a tank, it's like a hover tank, which has got like a up and down level on it, and if you go too far down with the nose of the tank, you break it. Anyway, you fly along on this tank and shoot and protect refugees from oncoming attacks from sort of planes and various other things. It's quite a good game, actually. Hopefully we've got the joystick, well, I've got the joystick, definitely got the joystick plugged in, so hopefully we'll be able to play it with that. I've played it on my channel, I did enjoy it. I think it's one of the videos where I've got like half an hour's worth, so I'm not going to play for half an hour though, definitely not. Sort of half an hour's worth of footage of me just getting through, blasting through level after level after level after level. It's one of these games as well that doesn't have a loading screen, which is a shame. It's also got this terrible, terrible cover on it. The inlay is not exactly impressive. I think if it had had a more impressive sort of tank on the front of it, it might have sold more copies. I don't know how many copies they sold, actually, to be fair. Problem with Imagine was with one of those companies that quite a lot of their... I know that there was some famous vaporware that never appeared, some games that just never actually were produced. They were the most amazing games ever, but they never actually appeared. And they kind of were very flashy, but didn't always produce. They had some reasonable games. There's a few that stand out, I guess. But my little brain, I'm racking my brain right now for those ones that did stand out. I'm wondering, did they do Green Beret? I think they did, but that was a coin-up conversion at the end of the day. They did quite a few coin-up conversions as well. There we go. There we go. Do 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 do. Right. Okay. Kempstern joystick. Press Shift to change option. There we go. And then press Enter to make your selection. So basically, you have to project little refugees. And there's different things. At certain points, you need. Oh God! I forgot it's reversed access. And you basically shoot things out of the sky, and you get these little refugees in the bottom. The fun thing is shooting the refugees as well, because they can kind of fly in the air and in rough angles. It's not a bad shoot 'em up actually at all. The attack waves, so the attacks on the side of the screen there on the right hand side, that's the number of attack waves you've got. But basically these guys come flying in at you like that. You've got a shield. These are the little refugees you're trying to protect from these bombers that are coming in. Later on in the game you get tanks and submarines and all kinds of exciting things, and that's them shooting. Hey, got it. And it's not a bad shoot 'em up, as I say. I've played this one quite a bit, and I have to admit I don't think it's a bad one at all. It's one of the it's just a and there's a time thing on it. Oh no, don't walk in the bombs, refugees. They sort of kamikaze at you as well, some of the planes. And you get several levels like this, and then you get several levels that are slightly different, and then of course you can shoot refugees in the air like that for fun, and you lose points obviously. And I think they just walk from one side to the other, and that's enough to protect them. I don't think there's anything more to that than shooting those sort of, or protecting the refugees. I guess by the number of levels, it's not one of those games that was designed to be finished, because the attacks are that, as I say, that 00000. We're talking like 999,999 attacks possible, and I bet you it loops around or crashes before then, because if you play it for that long, it probably will.
But it's not a bad little shoot 'em up. And as I say, I just think it was very badly advertised. Yeah, it works quite nicely. As he plays it quite a lot, all of a sudden. Right, I'm going to quit there, because otherwise I'll be here forever, because I will genuinely be here forever. So, we finished what's technically on this side of tape. I'm now tempted to see whether or not we can find anything else, because, you know, there's always room for a surprise. So let's have a little look. Right, so we're now on that side, and we've passed zoom. So, I'm going to fast forward a little bit. Oh, yeah. Oh, there's a load bites. I'm going to see whether or not we got something else here. If it's another zoom, I'm fast forwarding it. Oh! Oh! Oh, I'm excited. Do you know what this is if it loads? Cantoni Wulf. I love Cantoni Wulf. Cantoni Wulf, is that right? Cocotoni Wulf? I don't know. Anyway, I used to call it Cantoni Wulf. Oh! That sounds horrible. Oh, just pop the tape there to have a little look at it. That sounds terrible. Oh! That sounds terrible! Oh no! Give it another try. Oh! There's something that doesn't sound right there. That's not very good. Let's break and let's do a new. That wasn't good. Oh no, that's a real shame. I can't break either. It's not going to let me do that. Right, okay. Let's see what we got. Let's go try a bit further along and see what we've actually got on there. Let's have a little. That sounds terrible, doesn't it? Oh, I've never heard a Spectrum tape beep before, or sort of got me like that. Ooh. Oh my god. Let's see whether or not we got something else in here. Cantoni Wulf though, what a shame. Really liked that game as a kid. Did it come on something like Soft Aid or something similar? Can't remember. I certainly had it somewhere. Didn't have the original. It's basically flown back through time in a sort of. It looks a bit like Jet Set Willy, but he has wings, so he can fly around the level collecting stuff. It's one of them collecting games, and you move forward. It's quite tough actually. I remember it being. Well, it still is quite tough. I played it recently on the channel. All right, okay, all silence now. Oh no! I'm gutted. Only about halfway through the tape and we're all quiet. I was hoping for something exciting here. Some kind of. No. Okay. Something maybe extra. And so Cantoni Wulf was a bit of a surprise there. No, we're not looking good here. Right, one good fast forward here and then we're going to stop and we're going to turn it over. No, I think that's it. I think that's our lot. 3/4 of the way through the tape. Our Ferris tape made in Belgium, that's what it says on the bottom of it. Alright, okay, we're on the other side now, so we're going to swap over. So this is Sabre Wulf if it loads. Sabre Wulf is an ultimate play the game game. I always hated that, play the game. I mean, it's kind of like, it should be the tagline instead of ultimate play the game. It should just maybe just been ultimate, but anyway. Or was it meant to be the tagline? I don't know, it just doesn't seem right. It never fitted correctly in my head, that one. Okay, so this is Sabre Wulf. This is this his first outing as Sabre Man? He's basically hunting the gem of a Sabre Wulf, basically. There's like a funny. There's a funny limerick, certainly in Night Lore, which is the isometric version of the game that's later. Those lovely solid lines. Bytes loading the screen. I don't think I ever owned an original copy of this. Shh, don't tell anybody. I almost always had a copy of it. I like it, but it's one of those things. Maybe I'm one of these people. I could take it or leave it, if that makes sense. That's it, loading all the data for the screen, and then there it is, hitting it with the screen. Dude, did it have a load screen for Sabre Wulf? I felt like it did back in the day. I do feel like it should have a load screen now. I'm just watching this now, kind of with interest, going, does that have a load screen? Yeah, so you had to find, was it 4 or 5 parts of this sort of the wolf, the Sabre Wulf's amulet, and that was basically the aim of the game. In a maze. I know I'm kind of taking some of the glory away from Sabre Wulf, but I wasn't that keen on it. Could take it or leave it. One of those things. You had to sort of battle your way through the jungle to find these things, so. Here's Sabre Wulf. Come on, Sabre Wulf. So I've been thinking about New Year's resolutions, one of which this year I'm not going to buy any what you might call AAA titles. So I've decided to not to buy any this year, simply because the moment it's all about money and greed with these AAA titles. Microtransactions, money as a service. I mean, if you take for example, and I know it's a few years old now. You take for example Grand Theft Auto 5, cost a reported $150 million to make. Took 800 million in the first day. How much money is enough money? And I know they did a cracking job on it, and they've done a lovely job in Red Dead Redemption and 2, and everybody's really pleased with it. Totally chuffed for them, well done. But they're still adding a games as a service, which they'll make billions off with a monetary system that people are already sort of moaning about in the early betas. That the cost is there. I haven't bought it personally, just on the grounds that. First off, I'm not very good at Rockstar games. I think if I find the space paralysing. I find open space games where I don't feel like I'm fully in control. I kind of feel a bit sort of, I don't know. I can't really get my head around it. I did finish Red Dead Redemption 1. That was worth it. I enjoyed that, but I just stuck to the storyline. I really tried not to do side missions. I got sidetracked by it and spend hours doing nothing. I can do it in things like Skyrim, but I feel in Skyrim the world revolves around without me, and you can kind of walk around. And again, there's another company that's upset everybody this year as well with another games as a service, and buy these microtransactions and this, that, and the other. There was DLC back in the 80s and 90s, and bear with me on this. It wasn't called DLC though; they were called expansion packs. So if you look at Age of Empires, for instance, Age of Empires 1, Age of Empires 2, there was expansion packs that you could purchase, but they actually give genuine additional content. The main games themselves were full of content. You wanted a new outfit, you wanted some new clothing, you didn't have to go and buy the DLC. You didn't have to buy the new outfits. You didn't have to buy a season pass for characters. The characters are all there. They were expansions that may have given you more characters. I remember Diablo specifically. Diablo and Sierra Online, they created an add-on that basically added the monk and the barbarian to I think it was the Diablo 1. It was Diablo 1. No, sorry, it was only the monk. Diablo 1, and they added an expansion to that. It was well worth it for that expansion because it was a genuine expansion. There was a new element to the game. There was lots of new content that went with it and extra levels. you know, you get some stuff that's good nowadays, but the death of the single player game is a horrendous thing, because sometimes you want a lovely story and a good narrative. Take Firewatch, take Dear Esther, which I just played recently and absolutely loved. One of the few games I sat and played for about 3 hours solidly till it was completed, and that's all it was. I mean, the same with Firewatch. It's a fairly short game in that scale, but it was worth it, and I really enjoyed playing those games. I thought they were really good. But anyway, we are now loaded, so we'll go away from my story. But yeah, my resolution thus far is no AAA titles this year. None, not for the PlayStation 2, not for anything else. I will buy indie games, but most indie games don't come with microtransactions by default. They attempt to create a vivid, beautiful environment you want to be there, and I think I'm going to miss out on nothing this year. If you think I'm going to miss out on something, tell me below, because I'd love to know what you think I'm going to miss out on. But I'm what I call a general gamer. I play everything equally, so I have no beyond a couple of games which I quite like at the moment. But again, you can easily take and leave. You know, I just think of myself as a general gamer. I don't get excited when there's new Resident Evil. I don't get excited when there's somebody was talking about Beyond Good and Evil. Never played it in the first place. Don't feel like I'm missing out on anything. Mario games, same difference. I appreciate the effort and the content that goes into it, but I don't feel any, you know, one way or the other. It's a game. I'll play it. I may enjoy it. May wax lyrical briefly about it, but then I'm not going to go, you know, diving after it. So anyway, but here we go. So Sabre Wulf, it's finally loaded. A very early game. It's 1984. So there was different. I'm sure there was different. Yeah, we do that to attack them. Yeah, it's got the same sounds as one of my favourites. One of my favourites is oh god, I'm rubbish today. One of my favourites is Attic Attack. I really do like Attic Attack. Oh god, I just can't do it today. It's just a maze game. If you found the right maze, you could make your way all the way through all this stuff and get to the other side. I don't know if the randomised positions of all the other stuff. Oh, I'm dead. Adventure completed 2%. You see, you get distance for just going through it. So let's have another go. So high score tables. There's some more money. As I say, I don't know if there is any sort of you know, whether or not the parts move or not in the maze, because if they don't move, then it should be pretty simple. Collecting the flowers gives you additional abilities briefly when they pop out. So I've got a red one now. I think I'm invincible. Yes, I am. I'm invincible from collecting a red flower. So they give you some additional stuff, and that was bad. It gave you a few seconds anyway to retune. Oh, he's got me. Yeah, can't kill the locals. So let's see if we can find a bit of this Sabre Wulf. What's it called? Oh, don't upset the hippo. Oh, I'm dead. Yeah, you can wake up the creatures and they get upset. He's there. Right, I think I've gone a different way now. I have. Yeah. I think I'm a different direction. Looks very similar to me. Alright, okay. Ah, he's there. Go away. Oh, I'm dead. Lot of I'm dead going on here at the moment. Oh. A creature chasing me. Oh, wolf. There. Oh, I thought I was going to find a bit of the Sabre Wulf thing there. There's, do you know? Oh, I didn't realise we're still alive. There's the wolf. Is it going to be in here? No. No, I'm dead. Ah. Yeah, so it's a base game effectively, though. That's what it is. It's really very much a maze game, and that's exactly what it is. As I say, quite passionate about that one. It's not. It's all right. I would have it if it was part of my collection. I'd be dead chuffed. I mean, it's no jetpack in my mind, and a jetpack was kind of a shoot 'em up I really enjoyed. So, but yeah, so that's that one. I can't remember what's next on the tape. Actually, I'm going to pop the tape out here. We got Manic Miner. Oh well, if it loads, it loads. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But we'll give it a try. See if it is actually Manic Miner. We'll give it a whirl. Played this a lot. This is a very, of the pirated games, this must be one of the highs of the pirated things. This Matt Smith game is a really sort of high, number of whatever else it is. Oh, hang on. We had voice. Hang on, I'm going to get the other tape recorder. I've got it today. I remembered that. I've got the tape recorder. Let's just pop it open. Let's play this. Oh, we got some.
Well, I think it's much easier to find it, isn't it? Put 20 seconds.
No way.
Yes.
Put 20 seconds on it.
Tape on there.
No.
Oh! So it's something about putting 20 seconds on there. Maybe that was what they were writing on the tape at the end of the day. That's really weird. Wow. More voices from the past. We like those. A lot of people did that. I got, funny thing is, I was doing one of the, what's on the tape? I think it was volume 7. Not or 8 maybe, I can't remember exactly which one it was. But one of those volumes, one of the interesting things about it is I discovered, or it was quite a surprise to me, was that people actually used to record their voice between each section of game or tape. And you'd actually have that this is program 2 and things like that, or this is program skiing or whatever else it was, and they used to put that between those tapes, and when I was like quite surprised by that. But you know what, that kind of stands to reason, doesn't it? Because you could fast forward it, and then if you heard the voice and it said, this is program 2, that was where you were starting from. I wish I'd thought about that when I was a kid. I never did that with things. It would have made much more sense, wouldn't it? Especially as, one of the major issues for me with the Plus 2, and I don't know if it was on the Plus 2, the grey one. I can't remember the production line one. But on the Plus 2, the one I've got, the black one, there's no tape counter. Who the heck puts a game in with no tape, or puts in a tape thing without a tape counter? This is Amstrad, remember? Amstrad, who made the CPC, the 464, which has a tape counter. But you couldn't put one on a Specky. What, was it going to blow the budget or something? That's such a weird thing not to do. It's difficult. The thing about tape counters is they're very speculative anyway. I don't think they represented 1 second when they rolled round, or did they? Or were they meant to? Either way, I never found that if I put something in my tape drive and somebody else put something in their tape drive, and you had your original rubber key spectrum was connected, and you put them in and the tapes rolled round, and you fast forwarded to, say, 100, because that's where it started out on the counter, you'd find that there wasn't anything there. But it was close, but it was, wasn't exactly where it was when you did it on your tape. So, I don't know. Well, it's Manic Miner bouncing away there. Matt Smith classic. Was this his first game? No, it wasn't, was it? Because there was a few others. I can't remember the name of it. There was one that was really difficult, and there was absolute pain that was that Matt did. I am going to play 2 levels of this, and then we're going to go on to the next game, because you've seen me play Manic Miner like a million times, and it seems to be on every What's on the Tape. I think of the 7 or the 10 I've done, at least 7 of the videos contain What's a Manic Miner. But it's a good game, don't get me wrong. There can't be a bit of Manic Miner. I know some people don't like it, but I thought it was alright. I like the use of all the colours, I think. At the end of the day, it's a puzzle game. Chucky Egg's one of my favourites as well. I'm surprised we haven't found more Chucky Eggs, actually. Chucky Egg's one of those kind of great games as well that everybody seemed to have a copy of. But we know we haven't had any Chucky Eggs thus far. It's a long video, this one. It's turned out to be quite a long one, actually. Thanks for hanging in there. Oh, there we are. Right, okay, so basically you've got to collect, when you push the right buttons, you've got to collect all the little items before your air supply runs out, which is also your timer. And it goes down, and it also your bonus, which is really quite double, so many fold things. Timer, or bonus for you for whatever else it is. It's a cracking game. Let's get over the top of him. Let's jump over there. See how well I do this time. Last time I did this, I was absolutely pants. I really was. There we go. There we go. There we go. Let's do this. Oh, whoa! Idiot! That was a speculative jump, wasn't it? And then, thought I had that one there. And then you escape the level via the little portal to the next thing. 20 caverns. Eugene's lair always gets me. I don't know what it is about Eugene's lair. I think it's the fact that once you collect that final key, Eugene falls down. He's just sort of a big floating egg-shaped fella. He falls down off the ceiling, and he sort of grabs blocks the exit. And basically, if you haven't got out before Eugene drops, you've had it. It's all over. I've just fell on the plant. I can't believe this. I can't believe how bad I am at the moment. I can't believe that I just did that. I've just jumped into the plant. I am just rubbish today. Right, okay, next game anyway. So, Manic Miner, the next one was Jet Set Willy, which is the sequel to it. So, let's give it another play and see what we've got in the next tape. Or next bit of the tape. We've been lucky thus far. Apart from Alchemist. We almost didn't get to... Oh, hang on, we got a little bit more speech. Tape drive out. I'm hoping you can hear this because I'm playing it back. Oh, here we go.
He's giving me some sort of Harrier attack.
Is he?
He's giving me Harrier attack.
It's giving him Harry attack.
Oh yeah. I think what's him call it? He wants to cut the egg. Ranger.
Oh, well
He was going to buy it, just about to buy it, and he shot and I stopped him. Oh yeah, the Hobbit. Definitely the Hobbit.
Well, you've got...
The Hobbit.
The Hobbit is next. There's like a little. They're having like a little conversation between each section there. They're having a little tete-a-tete, about what's going on. Because this should be the Hobbit now. He was going to buy Chucky egg, and he stopped him. There's his friend, obviously, and then the Hobbit. And it's like. So weird. Haunting stuff. It's even more interesting that they're actually having a little conversation there about each game as they have that little pause between copying them. That takes some effort, doesn't it, really? To have a little bit of a little record and then record the next bit of the game. God, weird. Now, Hobbit, yes. Is this a text adventure? I think it is. Yeah, I think this is a text adventure. See, even back in the 80s, I know Tolkien's books have been around for a long time, but even back in the 80s, The Hobbit was quite popular, and Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit games were quite, everybody quite liked it, it's a fantasy story. Good story. Not overly fussed one way or the other. Again, I'm bar humbug today, aren't I? Really, I am a bar humbug. Take it or leave it. Liked them, very good stories, but they ain't no Star Wars. Okay, there is one thing: Star Wars, Star Trek probably, but they're not Star Wars or Star Trek for me. They did all that Peter Jackson stuff, didn't he? He did all those movies. Did he do the new one as well? Did he do The Hobbit that turned into 3 movies, even though it was one book? Just to completely confuse people who thought that it actually was 3 books. I can't, wow. Yeah. But The Hobbit was changed. The Hobbit was changed so that it fitted in the Lord of the Rings world. It was written first, and Lord of the Rings was written second. Or the Lord of the Rings trilogy, am I right? Yeah, I think so. but the Lord of the Rings, the Hobbit was altered. Tolkien altered the Hobbit and including the covers. And if you can get the original Hobbit books where it isn't altered and it doesn't fit in with the Lord of the Rings stories, they are worth an absolute. I mean, kind of money that you dream about. The kind of money that buys you fancy sports cars if you can find those stories. But that was the original. The original one was altered. In fact, it included altering the covers as well, because it was that. If you ever saw the very old versions, then they often had the dust cover, which was like a map of the I can't remember what it's called. Oh no, Middle Earth. Yeah, map of Middle Earth. But yeah, it was altered. Now, if I remember rightly, what happens in this? I can't remember. Are we Bilbo Baggins? I think we are, aren't we? Everybody wanders around, just mindlessly doing things. I remember it came in did the Hobbit also come in a massive box? I know the Lord of the Rings did as well. It came in like a huge thing with multiple tapes, and it was like massive. The box is massive. It's very sought after nowadays. It wasn't rare because a lot of people bought it, but it's very sought after. I hate when people use the word rare. And you see that on things like eBay and other auction sites, and stick the word rare in it. It's not rare. What it is, it's sought after. Most of the stuff that you think of as rare, sought after. I mean, there are lots and lots of copies of Jetpack out there. There are lots and lots of copies of other Ultimate games out there. But because they're sought after, they then get the word rare attached. They're not rare. What really winds me up, that one. Almost had me swearing there. That's how much it winds me up. Because they're not rare, they're just sought after. And then you get some game with a completely random title. I saw one game the other day. It was a Silverbird game, so it's got like a pink and black cover with a picture in a minute. It's called Mr. Wino. Why was Mr. Wino £20 on eBay? Seriously, I know it probably didn't sell very many, but it probably wasn't a very good game. I haven't looked it up, but any game. I mean, it's called Mr. Wino for a start off. I mean, it can't have been that good. But anyway, I can't imagine it being amazing. Right, stop. Let's push key. Enter. Ah, yes, definitely there. You're in a comfortable tunnel-like hall. All right. And you got look. That's what's looking. Open. Oh, hang on. You can say. Gandalf is carrying a curious match. Thorin the dwarf. Right, okay. Let's open chest. You open the chest. Examine the chest. Now examine the chest. Oh no, what the heck? Look, see what we can see. See what it says now. I love the way it's drawn in. Right, okay. Where's Gandalf gone? It's just, hit Thorin. His defense is too strong. Thorin attacks you. And one with well-placed blow, Thorin cleaves your skull. Yes! Ultimate death! Way to go. One well-placed blow, Thorin cleaves your skull. So his defenses are too strong. And just so basically, I attacked him by literally hitting him. You know, gave him a gentle tap on the shoulder, and Thorin totally overdid it and just chopped my head in half. Cleaves your skull. You are dead. Quit. Oh no, I've got to go again. I should tag Gandalf, shouldn't I, and see whether or not he kills me this quickly. So yeah, it's a text adventure. It's very much that these relied very heavily on your guesswork as one of the factors, but the other thing was you kind of was a logical mind of how they worked. There was a thing about a sort of text adventure. You used to like them. Gone off them a little bit in later life, simply because they require you to remember that you use this, do that, blah blah blah, whatever else, combined with whatever else. And when you got a lovely text sort of a modern day sort of point and click adventure, they're much easier to follow through. Not to say that they're perfect, but they're much easier to follow through. Anyway, I'm going to see what quit does. And then it just starts again. Right, I thought we could be able to quit. Well, I was half tempted to hit Gandalf there, actually. Should we see what happens when we hit Gandalf? See if Gandalf just loops us to death with some magic or something like that. Just tears us and tears us new behind. Gandalf. I can't spell Gandalf. I can't find it. Quick before he runs. He runs off out the door. Oh, he cleaves our skull in two. What as well? Nice one, Gandalf. We can all cleave our skulls. Right, okay, let's go for it. Now, I am tempted here to pop this tape out before we do this next one, and we'll put it in the other tape player because I think we're going to get another bit more of the story of what's going on. I want to know what happened when he told his friend not to buy Chucky egg, but he should buy something else instead. Let's just. Oh, here we go. Let's see if we get some more story. There's something going on. I can't hear it though. What's going on? I can hear something, but it's extremely muffled. So that wasn't so good. This should be Attic Attack. This is a good game. If it is Attic Attack, there we go. Yeah, there's something going on there. Couldn't quite make that one out, unfortunately. That little bit of history there. Maybe he decided that after Attic Attack there's something else to it. I don't know. I remember loading this for the first time as a kid. I bought this Attic Attack and I was dead chuffed. I paid $5.95 for it. I remember that was the price I paid for it, and that's the price I paid for it. And it was one of those games that I'd not played it. I don't think didn't have any screenshots on it, none at all. I put it in the tape player and this screen loaded up, and it looked very similar to the front cover of the actual cassette, and I was like, oh, we've got a good one here. We know we're going to have a good one here because of the fact that it had got that cover that was the same. I loaded it, and it became one of the games I was most obsessed with. I absolutely loved it. It was the whole sort of being trapped in a mansion and finding the keys, the ACG key, which was it's the name for the Ashby computer something or other, isn't it? Can't remember. Computer games. Oh, somebody will tell me. And that's the name of obviously Ultimate before they became Ultimate. And you ran around and you grabbed this key and you put it together. It came in 3 parts, yes, because you could hold 3 things. Came in 3 parts. You whizzed around, you collected these keys up, and then you escaped the place. Now, back in the heyday, and it's been a while because to be fair, I haven't played it as much as I would probably like to nowadays. Attic Attack. In its heyday, I could finish this in under 10 minutes, which is pretty quick, I think. Certain characters, you had a knight, a serf, and a wizard. These characters will allow you to pass through different items in the game. So I think the knights could walk through knight's armour. The serf could walk through barrels of beer, don't know why. And the mage could walk through bookcases, so it would allow you to pass through into certain areas. So there was an advantage doing that. The map was static, but the key's location was not. That was randomised. They wouldn't appear in the first room, but they would kind of appear around abouts. You could carry 3 things in your 3 things in your pack. And the key consisted of 3 or 4 parts, so you couldn't carry it all at once if you found it all at once. There was also one of the few games where it had what you would call a sort of it had a red herring in it. There was a part that looked like the key, but it actually wasn't. It was just it was a false part of the key. So you could actually pick this part up and you'd be like, oh yeah, I've got all the kits of the keys, and you didn't. So it was kind of naughty that way. Do I have any more New Year's resolutions? This is the question I'm thinking myself. Beyond the no triple A's this year, which to be fair would be pretty easy. I don't think I bought. Did I buy any triple A's last year? If I did, I'm just looking at my shelves of games at the moment. If I did, I would never have bought them full price. I bought the South Park game. Did that come out last year? The Fractured and Whole or something, or Whole and Fractured. I don't know, whatever it is. The new one anyway. But I paid £7.50 for it new, and it included the other one free. So I'm not entirely sure that counts as a one there. I think there's some more voice on this tape as well. Right, so we're going to play Kempston. We'll play the Knight. I love the Knight. I think it looks great. Let's give it a go. Yeah, it's ACG. That's what it is. So there's ACG's the door. There's other keys around the place. And you got. I loved your strength was that this your chicken there, and you eat more foods that are knocking around to do it. And you fire your. I'll leave that there because I don't need to eat it yet. You can fire. Oh, and there's big creatures like the devil, and you can deal with him by getting. What do you need for him? The cross, I think it is. Right. Oh no, it's clocks. It's clocks you can go through. That's what you go through. Is the Knight. You don't go through. There we go. Get some more food. We're going up 2 flights of stairs. We're now on the very top floor, I believe. I can't open that door yet. Now there's a funny room in the house which kind of interlinks them all. If you ever look at maps of this, there is, as I say, there's quite an odd looking room that interlinks the top floors, and it's the top floors that confuse you at the end of the day. Press the Z key to pick that up. That keeps Frankenstein away because he's frightened of it. Or is it Frankenstein? No, it's not Frankenstein. Who does that keep away? Definitely not Frankenstein then. Yeah, so these 1884 allow the surf to go through. Go away, Frankenstein. Oh no, I got him. Because I had the wrench, or the wrench, spanner. Right, okay. I need to go up a floor. Can I find a way up? I think I'm going the wrong way here. Let's go this way. Let's go this way. This one's I think graphically stunning. I think it's also clever because of the amount of rooms and that sort of over the top view is really good. Now currently this is being remade in an isometric form. That remains to be seen whether or not that's going to be okay or not, because it looks brilliant from what I've seen, but it's all about how it moves. And one of my things is I like isometric. I like how it looks. I don't like how it plays. Because they didn't have the ability to do what this does, so that kind of movement where you can move where you like kind of thing smoothly doesn't really happen in isometrics. It kind of move forward, left, right, and up and down in sort of straight lines. It's not that smooth sort of rolling around the level that you might want. I'm going the wrong way here. I've been up this way. I need to go back down here. I need to go back through here. I need to go up here. I need to find a key of some sort. I'm not doing very well here finding keys. So there's different keys that you need for different things. So we've got some food. Shoot up here. Ah! Go away, devil. Oh, almost got me. Right, we'll go back up here. Let's try a different door. Let's go this way. That scares the devil away, if you really want to. I've not found a key yet. I need a key. It's not very good. Don't have any keys. I'm not going to be able to get through some of the doors. But I'm basically trying to find these parts of this key. I'm sure it's 4 pieces long, but there's a 5th funny piece. Oh, damn it. Look at this, 3 minutes, whatever it is, and I haven't found anything yet. Ridiculous. That one's locked. Go that way, see if we can find a key. No keys yet. There's a key, finally! Yay, let's take a key. You can open those doors now. Ah! Fell down a hole. Bloop. Creatures keep spawning all the time. There we go, we can open that door now. And once it's open, it's permanently open. Which is good. Oh, I can't remember what the leaf was for. Let's kill somebody else. There! Come here, key! Let's put that up. Let's go take that to the door. Front door. Bit of key! That's a good start. Damn it. Do. It's really good the way you die as well. You just lose a little gravestone. Let's go put this key down. I think there's a place you run to near the door and it kind of drops it. Is it there? I'm sure you drop it somewhere. Well, let's just drop it anyway. There, it's dropped. That's what we want to do in the first room. I wonder what the bottle's for. Can't remember. I can't remember what the leaf's for either. It's annoying me now. There's like whips and things, these weird things here, like bones and stuff. Is it bones or something or other? There's some weird stuff in here. I can't remember what it's all for, that's the thing. Anyway, I could play this for ages, so we're going to quit now. We'll go on to the next one and see what's here. We'll see if we've got any more voices from the past as well while we're doing it. So I'll just turn that off and we'll eject the tape and we'll put it into the tape drive. See if we get any more story about the Chucky egg and whatever else it is. Here we go. Oh, there's a bit of noise. Okay. If they're saying anything, it's so quiet now I can't hear it. There's some movement. No, that was like a noise. Like a Smurf farting, I think it was. Smurf farting. That's what it sounds like. Anyway, right. Enough Smurfs. Here we go. Dude. Oh no, that didn't go. Let's see if we can get it. That's that little noise again. No, that's not a happy one. Try it again. One more attempt. Come on. No. That's the screen. That's the screen or whatever else it is. It doesn't like. It's like that funny little. There's like that funny little bit of a noise. And it doesn't like it. Whatever's just at the beginning of that a wee bit of code there. It's that blip. It doesn't. It's not something about that. It's not liking. No, it's not having it. Right, okay, we'll fast forward. Now, I think that was meant to be this penetrator thing or whatever else it is. Let's Let's fast forward on and see if we can get this thing called Factory to load. I want to know what happened with the lad and the Chucky egg, you know. Okay. Factory. We never heard any story though. Oh, I'm really disappointed. Factory Breakout. Okay. Never heard of it. Anybody heard of this one? Not a game I've heard of. Factory Breakout. Who's it by? There's going to be some interesting stuff. We'll see whether or not we can work out who it's by. Factory Breakout. It's got some kind of... What kind of creatures have we got here? Like a bird thing. Who's it by? Who's the developer? Poppy? Is that Poppy Soft? Never heard of Poppy Soft before. Steve Crow. Okay. Interesting. I'm hoping there's more story after the end of that. There wasn't any voices, by the way. Didn't sound like anyway. I would have missed them if we did. I'm hoping there's something after that, actually. I'm really kind of excited that we might have a little bit of history going on as well on the tape. Okay. Nice. Factory Breakout. Poppy Soft. Got reasonably high hopes for this one, actually. If I'm honest, I think somebody's went into a reasonable effort with the loading screen. I do like the use of the colours on the factory part. It's interesting how the colour clash is just good enough that it's been hidden away in the F at the beginning. It's just got a little red line amongst the blue. Kind of cool. I have a feeling Steve Crow has done some exciting games. It just sounds like a name that I've heard before. I wonder if this was his company or whether or not this was his development. In theory, this is the last one on tape. However, the last time round we had Contoni Wulf at the end of it. Contoni Wulf? Contoni Wulf? I don't know how you pronounce it. I always used to call it Contoni Wulf. Wulf. It's loading. We're just enjoying a bit of loading sounds for the moment. We're getting near the end now. If you're stuck with it, good on you. Now I've actually I've been put out feelers for new tapes for the new year. A few people have responded. Thank you very much. Andre Russell has sent me a little message earlier saying that he got I think 5 of them. It was 5 of them, 5 or 6 of them. I was quite impressed with that. And I have put out feelers with a few actual ZX Spectrum suppliers or eBay sellers that sort of sell them en masse, and said, do they ever get copies? And I got a reply back saying, yeah, they do. And I showed them what I did on the channel, and they said, yeah, they would have a little look around, see what they've got. So I'm hoping they're going to be really reasonable, and you know, charge me something sensible for it. Be really cool. Really looking forward to that. This has been one of my favourite series to do, actually. The sort of loading it and reminiscing about the whole thing, and enjoying the Spectrum loader. I mean, there's something really nice to be had from Spectrum loading. It's good. It makes a lot of fun. We probably watch more loading than we have gameplay, though. If I'm not brutally honest, some games are really long to load. Some games aren't. I don't think that that's bad. I mean, I was watching something recently about loaders and bars, which is what I was talking about earlier. And the thing is that the Commodore 64 was a lot slower at loading. It wasn't until the fast loading came along than the Spectrum ever was. So people, when they talk about these 12 minutes to load and 10 minutes to load, yeah, that was probably the Commodore 64 element of the world, not the Spectrum element of the world. Our games weren't that slow to load, or didn't seem to be that slow. So cursor or keyboard? Oh god, right, okay. P to play. I'm hoping. Ooh. What do I do? That's P to pause. Oh, I've got to shoot the things coming towards me. The lines coming towards me. I've got to rotate and shoot them. Ah! It's got me. Right. Oh, okay. That's interesting. So there's lines that are coming towards me. It's a bit like. What's that thing? Missile command. And I've got to, so I've got to shoot the things as they come towards me. That's kind of cool. Quite like that. So I've got to complete the little robot thing. Ah, right. And there's different levels to it. So I can't shoot, but I can get past. So I've got to get along the conveyor belt and out. It's called Factory Breakout. So I'm meant to be escaping. I'm obviously this little robot, and I've got to be breaking out. Yes. Now what have I got to do? Ah. Oh, what am I meant to do with them? I don't know what I'm meant to do here. I can go back down through those. Right, okay. This is interesting. Factory Breakout. P to play. Stupid cable's making funny noises. Hang on. Let me adjust that, because that's annoying, that. Oh, that's making even more noise. There's a little bit of a feedback thing with the Spectrum. I think it's the way to do with it. It's the way it was designed. And you used to get this sort of, it's like a metallic hum. Sometimes it's bad and sometimes it's good. So anyway, right. Right, okay, so we've got to rotate around this thing. To escape this thing first, we've got to shoot these to protect ourselves from the incoming dirt, nasty bits, pieces. Oh wow, I'm doing well here. Oh, I like this game. It's got real. It's really. There's a lot of design gone into this. It looks like the best till last, as they say. Right. Okay. Zap. Okay. And there's a speed difference with the way that these things zap on the top of the screen as well. There's even an effort been put into that, and that little bird thing's really well animated. So I'm going to assume that if I go up here and then go down, touch that, it's one down. Right, okay. Oh no, I fall through it once I've done it, opened it. Ah, damn it. No! Oh no! Oh no, I can't get to that one. No, I can't get to it. How do I get to that one? I've got it. What do I do now? What do I do now? I don't understand. I don't know what I'm meant to do. Don't know what I'm meant to do on this level. Now, if you've played Factory Breakout, I really want to know what I'm meant to be doing or what I'm missing. Am I meant to be changing the colours of these things? Oh, something weird going on now. Oh, right, okay, so... Ah, I got nowhere to go, though. Damn you. I don't know where I'm meant to be going from here. Oh. That's a cool looking game, that, actually. I'm not entirely sure what I'm meant to be doing, but I tell you what, that's quite interesting. I might even look for that, you know, to actually buy, because that's quite clever, that one, Factory Breakout. I like the look of that a lot. That's really good. Yeah, so great game there. That was a good one to finish with, actually. Enjoyed that. Strange. Well, not strange. Just there's more to it, and do you know what? That was quite addictive. I quite like that. Right. Okay. Let's see what's finally on the tape, and see if there's anything else. Let's see if we've got anything that's finally on the tape. Let's do it. Good old load dit to finish. Okay. So we're at the end of the tape. We are a good long way through it, actually, if I'm honest. I'll fast forward a bit, see if we get anything to finish with. Nope, nothing there. Nope. And it's all over. The tape is over. A bit like the year. So, thanks for watching. Happy New Year. I hope to see you in 2019. More tapes to go, hopefully. In fact, I know there's definitely a few. So, but I'll see you soon. I've been your host, Real Genetic Demon. Thanks now. Bye.